Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new to our channel, my name is Angie, and along with my beautiful family, we're sharing our memories with you. Now, today I'm going to show you a little macrame key ring. Well, actually I'm going to show you two. Very easy, very basic. We taught Lucy's Girl Guide trip last year, and finding some new ways of doing different sort of key rings. Lucy's doing this at school now for something they're calling Kidpreneur, which is where they're learning to build a business, and they're going to build a business making these key rings. Doesn't matter what they sell, they just have to learn the process of actually making a business. So today I'm going to show you two different ones. Now, one I made the other day, this one, beautiful colour, isn't it? I need to do the bottom a little bit more. I couldn't find my comb, but I have purchased a new comb, and I've also purchased a dog brush. Now, someone said this is really good for doing the bottoms of your key rings, so we'll see if it works. Otherwise, we'll go back to the basics of using my comb. Alright, let's get going. Okay, so to get started, first thing you need is a key ring. I buy these from my local discount store, so I've got one key ring. So because I've used this colour, I'm going to experiment and see how it works with this colour. This was bought from Spotlight. It's called Love Me Knots. It's a beautiful rainbow. It really took Lucy's eye, and we have bought this before. But we'll try this one. I can get it undone. I presume it's under there. Oh, there it is. Okay. So basically what I do to measure how much I need is I stretch my arms out. So the length of my arms from hand to hand, and I do that twice. So the length of your arms, hand to hand, and we measure that out twice. And we've got that, we cut, okay. Now I leave it folded in half, and then I cut that join in half. So then I have two pieces which equal two pieces the length of my arms. Okay, for each piece I fold in half. So I find the two ends, match them up, stretch them out. Okay, so then I've got a loop here. I'm going to keep that loop. I'm going to push it through there. So my loop comes through the other side. And then I'm going to pull these bits through. So I've got that, open it up, pull the two strands, which will be these ones, through the hole. And then I should have that. Now there is a special name for this knot, but I can't remember what it's called.
It's called a lark's head, or sometimes a cow hitch.
Fold it in half, grab the two ends together, stretch it out, and I will have my loop. Put my loop through and take my two pieces of rope. Okay, so then I have two that look like this. Now I'll attach to my key ring. Okay, I'm just going to move this back a bit. Okay, so the easiest way I found to do this, not only for myself but especially for Lucy, is I tape the key ring. You could probably hook it on something, pin it to a piece of board if you had that, but for me, tape has always done the job. Some masking tape, and I'll tape that key ring there. Alright, so that's stuck there. Now the idea is I'm going to work with my two outside ropes, these two ones on the outside. These two are going to stay still. Now, you don't need to do it this way. This is the way I found it worked easier. So if you're working with kids, take these two together. Give a little bit of leeway so you can get underneath it, but that keeps them together. Now, this is going to look upside down for you guys. If I can turn you around. Move you over here, maybe. Alright. Look like a number 4? Yep. Okay. Right, so we're going to make a number 4, then put the long bit of the number 4, what do you call that? I don't know. Not the triangle bit. And then we're going to lift these two up. I'm going to use my comb to lift up for the moment. Lift it up, and we're going to put it through the centre of our number 4, and then we're going to pull it up. Okay, let's pull it down, make it tight. Okay, and we're going to do it the opposite way now. So we're going to make a number 4 this way, and we're going to go over the top and under all of the ropes and pull out through the number 4. Try and keep these 2 pieces straight if you can. You can see what I'm doing. I don't think you can.
So this knot is called a square knot, and later on we will actually do a half square knot, but only doing half the side. You'll see that later. So this 2 bits, so each time you do a number 4 and a backwards number 4 is a square knot.
You've got stuff down and the number 4 and pull it through the centre of the number 4. Then we're going to flip it and we're going to do it the other way. A number 4 triangle over the top, underneath, and pull tight. Trying to keep these pieces as straight as possible as we do it. So we'll keep going with that. We go all the way down to the bottom. Okay, I might leave it there. Okay, so we've got 2 short ones and definitely 2 long ones. Okay, so I'm going to take the tape off my bottom, take the tape off my top. Okay, so that's what we've got. A little bit of rainbow coming through the end. So now we need to tie it off. So I'm just going to lift you up a little bit. So I'm going to cut my links off here. And I'm going to use one of those links to make a finishing knot. I'm not sure if that's actually what it's called, but
From what I can find, they actually call it a wrapping knot,
correct myself in the
not a
voiceover
finishing
if I
knot.
need to. Okay, so we're going to put a string there, and then you're going to have your long string. We're going to loop that string to where your macrame ends. So there's my macrame knot, finishes there. So that's where my loop's going to go. I'm going to take this string that I've got and I'm going to wind that as tight as possible around my macrame. Sorry, I'm struggling to do it in front of the camera. Let's see. Bring him over here. Oops. Bring him over here maybe. Okay, let's try again. So we're going to go a bit of string up the top. Very important. A loop. Here's my loop. I'm going to hold on to my loop. I'm finding the bottom of my macrame and then I'm going to wind. One more. Okay, when I get to there, I'm going to find my loop. Got my loop, and I'm going to put the end of my tie through that loop. Then I'm going to hold on to that and find the other bit. Where's my other bit? There it is. So there's the bit that I left out at the. There's the bit I left out at the top to start with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that. It's going to pull my loop through the knot. And I'm just going to trim this off before I pull too tight. Then I'll be able to. That's the bit that I was holding on to before, the bit that I was tying around. That's the end of it. I'm just going to pull that a little bit more, and my little bit went inside the knot to make it look a bit neater. So then I just need to trim this off. And then I have finished that off nicely and neatly. So now I've got to work out, I'll bring it back over. So now I've got to work out how long do I want my tassels. And I'm thinking 2 to 3 inches, which is in Australian terms 5 to 7.5 centimeters, and then I'm just going to untwist. Twist my bits, untwist my bits. 1, 2. Oh, Lucy likes it like that. She thinks it looks great or curly, but we're not going to leave it at that. We're going to take it a little bit further. Untwist my bits. One more there. Okay. Alright. So we could, in theory, leave it like that. And that's what Lucy likes. She likes that bit. But we're going to try and make this a little bit fluffier. So I'm going to put it onto the table. I'm going to use my comb to brush it out. And already you can see how it's starting to come apart. Might find it easier to look. Not. See how it's starting to come out. I'm shifting, so we'll just go around. Let's try this brush, see if that makes any difference. Oh, actually it does. Wow. Whoever thought of this idea is pretty clever. Straight away. Just a little bit here. I can't quite get up as high. I guess pet brushes are used to getting knots out of dogs. Who would have thought? There we go. So now we have that. Now I'm looking at it. While it looks pretty, it's probably a little bit too long. So we're just going to grab that together and take it down, definitely down to the 2 inches, the 5 centimeters. Let's chop that up. And there we go. It's a pretty rainbow keyring. Okay, let's get ready for our next one. Next one, we're going to add a twist to it. So let me get myself sorted. Alright, I need a keyring. And we need our rope. Same thing, 2 lengths of your arms. Tangled in my rope. 1. 2. Okay, so I've got 2 lengths of my rope. Put that over there. And my rubbish came with it. Find my 2 ends. Where's my other end? There it is. Find my 2 ends. Okay, that's where I'm going to cut it for my first cut. Okay. Then we're going to take one of those. It's exactly what we did before. Fold it in half. Put the loop through. Grab your ropes through and pull. And we get it again. Find my loop. Find my ends. Oops. Find my loop. And pull through. Okay. Let's just move it back a little bit. Tape it down again. So make sure my ropes are not tangled and over the top of each other where they shouldn't be. Okay. Oh, tape broke. Get my tape. Okay, let's put the tape on, hold it to the table, and then pull my 2 outside ones out, bring my 2 inside ones together, and let's just tape that gently down the bottom. Okay, let's go back to a number 4. Over the top, underneath, exactly what we did last time, but this time we're not going to swap. We're not going to go the opposite direction. We are going to keep doing a number 4 like a number 4. All the way down. We're trying to make sure that there's my 2 ropes in the middle don't get all twisted, keeping them as straight as possible. And gradually you're going to see that my macrame here, you can see it's got a slight kick up here, it's starting to spin. Whereas the other one we did stayed flat. You see how it's flat. Alright, you'll notice very shortly we're going to start getting more of a spin, which makes it a little bit trickier to make sure that our middle ropes don't spin with it and we start going the opposite direction. No. Oh, see, that's exactly what my ropes just did. They spun. Yeah, you're a bit lazy with my number 4s, but doesn't matter. As long as you know what you're doing in regards to the actual knot, doesn't matter if you don't make the 4. I just do that easier for me and for little kids, because kids that are old enough to do this generally know what a number 4 looks like. So it gives them that added advantage of being able to create something without thinking they're basically just learning something from scratch. They know a number 4, so they can make a number 4 with the ropes. Bring it back. Oops, we've spun again. Spinning now. If you have problems with it spinning too much, just grab another piece of tape. It's not going to hurt it to hold it down so it doesn't spin so much, and you can keep going. And once you take it off, you'll be able to spin it. So you're not going to lose your spin by making things easier for yourself. Okay, we might make this our last one. Oops, spun again. Come back here. Okay, so we'll take this tape off, and we'll take this tape off. Okay, and we'll take this tape off. Alright, so now you've got a slight spin, and we'll just do that so you've got a bit more spin. See how you've got it curling around? It's quite pretty, isn't it? Okay, so then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to finish it off. So let's cut a bit off the bottom. Okay. Have a bit sticking out, make a loop, hold your loop and your ropes, hold your loop and your ropes, yep, and we're going to wind tight, because this is what's going to hold it all together for you. Alright, make sure you've got some left, because you need to thread that through your loop. Right, then hold that, bind your other bit, leave the loops loose though, don't hold on to your loop, and pull. Cut that off. Pull through. Okay. Pull through. Oh, right. Okay. Cut that bit off. Okay. Alright, so we've got this bit to deal with now. So we'll go about 5 centimetres, which is 2 inches. I worked that out last time. A little bit bigger was too much. Untwist. Keyring on the table makes a very weird noise. Oh goodness, that one didn't want to untwist. Untwist. And untwist. Okay, so I'm going to use my comb just to get it started, because I found that the dog brush, while worked heaps better, didn't actually go right up to the top. So it's not uncurled properly. This is why you need to untwist it first, just to make it a little bit easier on yourself. It'll work that way. Now, there's one little green one here. Ugh. Feel like I'm brushing knots out of a doll's hair. Okay. Twist, 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 twist. There we go. We've got a twisted one. A beautiful rainbow at the bottom. So we've now got a rainbow one that's flat. This one's flat. And a rainbow one that's got a twist. Using exactly the same knot, just in different ways. Very effective. A little bit different. And you can even change it up by changing the bottom here. Let me try that one. So we've got it flat. What about if we try to make it into like a mermaid tail? We're going to cut it in from the middle to this and back out. Probably didn't come up enough, I don't think. Right, there we go. Up. And up. I think it probably cut a bit too much off one side and didn't divide it properly. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can fan it out. Fan it out. No, it would be better rather than clumping it. So there we go. It's got a big fan now. Let's go in to the middle. There we go. Got a lot of fishtail. Okay, well, it didn't work perfectly, but it's different. Obviously, you don't need to do this, just something I thought of. Just something a little bit different. So then you've got like a mermaid tail on your beautiful rainbow keyring. Probably could be a bit bigger, but you get the gist. I think I've cut it too short now. I'm going to keep fiddling with it because it's annoying me that it's not perfect. Oh, we'll leave it there. That's close enough. So your mermaid tail and your plain pony horsey tail on the bottom. Different looks, different knots. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll try and come up with some different ideas because I'm really getting into this macrame and I'd love to share them with you. I'll try my hand at a pot hanger and maybe a few different key rings and see what I can work out. But I'm quite enjoying it. It's a little bit of a break from my scrapbooking and paper crafts, so it's something different I haven't really focused on a lot, and we'll see how we go. We try to work that one out, but hopefully I'll be back soon in a couple of days and show you a few more. Okay, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.